How many types of darkness do you know? Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Neville Ambonya. On today's episode, I want to talk about victory begins in the dark. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment down below. There are two types of darkness. There's darkness of the womb, there's darkness of the tomb, and there's darkness of the womb. Darkness of the tomb entails end of something. It entails here there is no hope. Here there is no life. This is the end of a journey. This is the end of a journey. Then there is darkness of the tomb. In here there is hope. There is development. There is beginning of a new thing. Take a scenario when a child is in the mother's womb, in his mother's womb. Inside there the first trimesters, the child has to go through the 9 months before he can be brought to the earth. So during the 9 months, when the child is still in the womb, when the child is still developing, in the second trimester, the child will start turning, the child will start moving, he will even play in the womb. But before his duration time, his gestation period is over, the child cannot be born. So there is a stipulated time for everyone to be ready for something. Take an example of a day. A new day begins early in the morning. It begins at 12:01. But until you confirm with your eye, with your watch, that it is actually it's actually morning, you cannot tell with your physical eyes, because outside there it is total darkness. So beloved, don't be moved with what you can see with your naked eye or with your physical eyes. Just be moved with what you believe in. For instance, the story of Joseph. After Joseph had a snippet of his life that he was going to be great, what he experienced toward his greatness was opposite of what God had displayed in his vision, in his dreams. Because all of a sudden his brothers they have thrown him into a pit. All of a sudden they have taken him, sold him into slavery. He has found himself in Potiphar's house, working as a slave. And when he was there interacting with other slaves, the Potiphar's wife was interested with him. And because Joseph ran for his life, he ran because he didn't want to sleep with her. The woman accused Joseph of trying to rape her. So Joseph is accused of this, and something he had not actually committed. He's sent in prison. While in prison, Joseph, God gave Pharaoh a dream that only Joseph could interpret. So there's a worker in Pharaoh's house that Joseph had interpreted his dream earlier, and this is the person that told Pharaoh that there is someone in prison that could interpret his dream. And they ran for Joseph. They took him, brought him to the palace. And when Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream, how it had to do with food supply, this made Pharaoh content. After Pharaoh was impressed, he made Joseph the prime minister. In this case, his darkness symbolized being thrown into a pit, being betrayed by his own brothers, being sold into slavery, and being accused of something he did not commit. I was employed somewhere, and I was to earn good salary. I was living a good life, but I didn't know I was not ready for that life. I was not I was not ready to sustain that life. And something happened, and I lost my job. I was actually staying in Rongai. But after I lost my job, things became difficult. Singeweza kulipa rent, singeweza kununua those simple things, because when I was employed, I was not saving. I was just living a good life, enjoying myself, partying here and there. So after nimefutwa kazi, sikuwa na pesa ya kujisimamia, nilikuwa exhaust all my money, so I had to downgrade. Na nilifika point kwa sababu nilijifungia kwa nyumba for many months, kwa sababu sasa I was really crying, mourning. I almost fell into depression. And I was, since when I was employed, there was an image I was projecting out there that I was well, I had raised my living standard. So after downgrade, after nimefutwa kazi, singeweza live to the standards that nilikuwa naishi pale mbeleni. So nilianza kuona ni kama sasa watu watanibeba aje. Sasa hii nimekuwa maskini, nyumba imefungwa, sina rent, ninaishi kwa rafiki yangu, sasa nitafanya aje? So but it reached to a point whereby nikaona now I need to shift my focus from just kuona ile kitu kama ni it is meant to limit or to be end of my life. Nikaanza change my perception, nikaanza kuangalia this darkness that I'm in, what can I do to move out of this stage, to shift from this pain, from this pit that I am in, because I was really struggling. Leo ninalala kwa fulani, kesho nalala kwa mwingine, sina pesa, sina rent, sina pesa ya chakula, vitu imekuwa ngumu, landlord amefungia vitu zangu kwa nyumba. So na kwa sababu sitaki watu wajue, ndio hata nilikuja nikajua kuna a statement that I really like, that mwanaume uendeshwa na shida zake. Wacha uendeshwe na what is with your bills, with your responsibilities, because ukishughulika na what people say, you will limit your life, you will end up falling into depression, because watu wanakuanga na perception zao mingi sana, na after umerudi chini, people will still talk. Hata ukiwa kule juu, people will still talk. So the something that I know I'll tell myself is that I can't control what people say, but I can control how I respond to their statements, their mockery, their betrayal, their statements. So I just decided that I went somewhere, took a loan, and I started a boda business. And kumbe, little did I realize that when in that darkness, I was being prepared, because when I started this business, God's favor rained upon my business, and it was successful, because with a short period of time, nilikuwa nimenunua 3 motorcycles. Kidogo kidogo, I've bought a new matatu, just because God favor was raining upon that business. And I also decided that I won't let that darkness that I could see with my eyes limit me, because what I did was, whatever I was that urge, that vision that I had, that one day I'm going to be successful, like the way Joseph saw himself, that is what drove me, that is what pushed me to becoming, or to starting this business, because hope, positivity, and act of perseverance, and the act of not giving up made me successful on that line of business. Because up to this juncture, up to this point, you can see how built I am is because of how I persevered during my darkness, is because of how I didn't lose hope, how I didn't quit. Because there's also the story of Joseph, there's also the story of Jesus. When Jesus encountered his darkness, his side of the darkness, he was being prepared for crucifixion. This is where he suffered betrayal by his disciples. This is where he was beaten up before he was crucified. This is where he was also denied by his disciples. This is where he was also chased away from his homestead. All this symbolized his darkness. But out of this, after his crucifixion, Jesus rose again, and as we talk, he's sitting on the right hand of God, and he's very supreme, and he's very great. Beloved, from all these scenarios, from all this illustration, they symbolizes that the darkness of the womb is just there to prepare you, it's just there to mold you, it's just there to show you that there is a new beginning of life, there's a new beginning of hope, that you should not quit, you should not give up, you should not lose hope. Till we meet again, thank you.